So yeah, you guys want to know more about me? This is PutBros. You want to know how I got started with trading? Honestly, I feel like when I was younger, I always wanted to know about stocks. I just didn't know how to get into them. I didn't know who to talk to. So I'll be honest, I looked up a whole bunch of videos on trading. A lot of people were on like the 1 minute charts, and you know, it was kind of beating around the bush. I didn't really understand anything. So yeah, I just kept on trading, and it was a lot of trial and error. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't, oh, I got in and I got, you know, a lot of money, boom, from all these trades. I had to take L's, just like every new trader as well. But I will say, I didn't give up because there was this one day. So after I started getting a little bit like consistent with it, I would say, so I was making what, around like 300 to 500 a day on a couple of trades, whatever. I went into this car dealership. I don't know why I was there, but my best friend my best friend now, I actually met him there. And for some reason, we just started talking about trading. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm doing like, you know, 300 to 500 a day, this and that. And he looked at me and he was like, dude, fire, man. He just said it like, oh, that was cool. And then he was like, yeah, man, I just made like $1 million in 4 days. I just made $1 million last week. I was like, bro, there is no way you're doing this. And he didn't say like it was hating or it was being cocky. He was just being straight up serious, like with a serious look. I looked over to one of my friends. I was like, bro, he's either lying or he's either telling the absolute truth. I couldn't understand which one it was. And he actually showed me a lot of proof of him hitting trades. And I'm like, dude, I gotta stop whatever I'm doing. We gotta work together. We gotta do something. So every day after that, we started just working on the charts together. And I don't know, we just became, you know, really good friends. And yeah, I just got, you know, a little bit of a love for trading, and I started just, you know, having a lot of trial and error. I was trying to finish out these charts and figure out where to get in, where to get out, how he's doing this, making this easy money. And I'm not gonna lie, at first it was very hard, and then it just all just clicked. One day it just clicked, and I started hitting, and I started doing, you know, pretty well, a little bit better than, you know, what I was doing. And it just was very simple to me. Obviously, yes, sometimes I do lose, which is perfectly fine. Sometimes I gotta get stopped out. But I think the thing that changed my life was getting off that 1 minute time frame. So I'm now on like a 24-hour time frame. Shout out POTTERBOX for that little gem. And I'm off the 1 minute. So I feel like those lower time frames, like the 1 minute, the 2 minute charts, those are kind of like going to get you messed up. It's going to have some volatile moves up and down. It's going to, you know, fake you out. But I do like trading on the bigger time frame because, yeah, I mean, it can definitely have some fake outs, but it's either going to go in one direction or the other. And I'm just trying to catch a bigger piece rather than catching a small piece. And I think when I heard, like, okay, either it works or it doesn't, shout out POTTERBOX. I think that's also another reason why I started hitting my trades amazingly. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I just get in and get out and accept the fate. If it hits, it hits. Look for a quality setup and then get in and then get out, no matter the outcome. So that's pretty much it for me. But yeah, it was a long journey. It wasn't like I was in there, boom, as soon as I get in the trade, I'm done, I'm out. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of how to create the boxes, how to look for the empty space, how to find the entries, when to get in, when to get out. Those were the hardest things for me. I feel like creating the box was really, really hard. It took me over a year to figure out what, you know, the support levels are, you know, there's resistance levels for the box, the points of contact. That was the hardest part. But once I focused on the empty space, I felt like it was a lot easier for me. And then I just started hitting regularly with, you know, some losses sometimes, which is fine. And yeah, that was that. So I just kind of wanted to start a trading community that, you know, also helps other people, because I was getting a lot of messages from a lot of people, like my friends, like, yo, what is this? How you getting this? They want to learn too as well. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stream one day, and I'm already hitting on my trade, so why not just give out the sauce for free and have other people have potentially the same feeling I do. As soon as we get in, if the trade hits, we, you know, looking for that bigger percentage play. If it hits, man, it's gonna be a great day. So that's pretty much it. I just try to look for, you know, the clean quality setups, and, you know, there's a lot of members in my Discord. Some of them, you know, joined the VIP. There was this one member that made like, what, 70, 80K? And I have screenshots too. And then he left. So as soon as he learned he had a trade, he ended up leaving. I do have another member inside of my Discord. He actually upgraded to a high-rise, a little penthouse that he now has from the Discord from the same exact trades. I have proof, so I could pull it up. I could tell him and pull up on the stream too. So it's cool. It's a blessing, you know, to be able to not only be able to hit my trades by myself, but also help people do the same thing, and, you know, potentially make their life a little bit easier. But yeah, mainly shout out to Jesus, bro. I'm just really grateful for, you know, all of this. I didn't want to do anything else. I wanted to trade. I wanted to be really good at something and, you know, understand why I was going to get in. I didn't want to look at YouTube videos. I didn't want to, you know, ask the next man like, oh dude, what's this? What's that? They don't answer. They, you know, beat around the bush. So I took it to myself. I'm like, dude, I'm just going to learn this myself. If anyone else can do it, why not me? And here I am. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man.